Okay, so a combination of the hot summer weather and also coronavirus. You might be thinking when you come to Madrid or anywhere in Spain, you want to hang out in terraces. You don't want to be inside maybe, just not quite yet. So what we wanted to do is give you an overview of some of the non-touristy fantastic terraces that there are in Madrid. Some of the hidden ones, because here's the thing, there's a lot of terraces that are touristy, expensive, the food is crappy. We're going to cut past all that. We're going to go to the good ones. Over the next 48 hours, we're going to check out some of our favorite terraces in Madrid. All right, let's do it. Okay, and Yoly, I always forget to say it.
Venga, let's go.
That's it. Let's go. So terrace number 1, we're in Quintana, which is pretty much our neighborhood. And we're at a place called Docamar, which is famous in this neighborhood. It's a famous place that serves classic Madrid dishes like their...
Featured in a video.
Yeah, it is featured in our Bravas video. It actually won the best Bravas in Madrid in the Bravas video. Or did it? I can't remember. Maybe you thought they were the best, Yoly. I wasn't sure. They are very, very good. But what I love about this terrace at Docamar, this is a true terrace in a neighborhood kind of plaza. And so while you're sitting here eating, you have the life of the plaza, of the square behind you. Now it's a little kind of quiet now because it's really hot, but in the evening this will come alive with kids playing. Right now there are kind of old boys playing cards and dominoes, and it's just great to sit here and you have this wonderful sense of eating and drinking and watching the life of the neighborhood take place around you. So, and the bravas are really good as well. So yeah. That's like the two things I need in life. They're really good, guys. If anyone from Docamar is watching this video though, great bravas. I love the sauce, but you got to get some Madrid wine on the menu. They've only got Rioja and Ribera, and for such a place that is such a Madrid institution, get some Madrid wine. I hope you're watching. Okay, but Yoly, how are you doing? 8 months and something? Give us an update.
8 months and, 37 weeks. 37 weeks. I'm feeling hot right now. I'm feeling big. I'm feeling ready to have a baby. And
and you're looking beautiful.
Thank you. And yeah, so it might be the last video that we filmed before I give birth. And then
you might have given birth by the time people see this video.
Yes, that's highly likely actually, because it does take a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, and I am very ready, as I say. But enjoying the terrazas, I've always been a big fan of terrazas actually. There was always that tension between James and I until coronavirus hit. I always wanted terraza, but James was always like, but the food is bad.
Yeah. There are
but now there's no other choices, so...
You win.
Yeah, I always win.
So one of the things with making videos now, Yoly's super pregnant, we're about to have a child, is trying to simplify things as much as possible. So we've got a simpler rig as well, and we're trying it on this video. Also, normally we would move between bars on metro and things like this, but we're taking an Uber for this trip, then a metro for the next one as we transition, because we're going to find ways to simplify things, right?
Pure luxury right now.
Right now, but not for long. There'll be metro when we can do metro.
I'm not going to fight it too much.
Okay, so our next stop is not a terrace per se, it's a line of terraces. Calle Argumosa in Lavapiés. This is where Yoly and I used to live in this neighborhood. It's a very cool neighborhood in the center of Madrid, and this Calle Argumosa Street is just literally lined with terraces, and it's the perfect place to go to grab a beer. It can get really busy, and there's not, you know, there's a lot of places. I don't have sort of like, oh my God, you've got to go there, or you've got to go there. There's a lot of average places when it comes to food, but a lot of people just come for the drinks. But we do have some favorites, right, Yoly?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, Yoly, what would you recommend here?
My longtime favorite here is Bar Automático. I really enjoy their croquetas, their salmorejo, which is like a thick gazpacho, and the migas, very lovely. And lovely terraza as well, I like it.
Awesome. Well, and I would say La Canibal, which is a great place for wine. They do wine on tap, but if you just come in for beers, like general, just grab a table, right? And it can be hard to get tables. We should tell them about that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about getting tables and terraces, because it's complicated.
So let me tell you why I linger in this random tree. How to get a table in a terraza. So you might get there and it's pretty empty, so actually you might just go ahead and sit down at the table, that's fine. What happened to us before in Docamar, which is you get there and you need to talk to them and say, hey, I would like a table. And they will give you a table. There might be a wait of like 20 minutes or something like that, or you just go straight ahead, they give you a table because it's free. There's also the informal system, which is you arrive there and you're gonna see there are people lingering and just kind of waiting, and you just are aware of that, so you just kind of join the queue and wait for a table to be free for you. And then also to avoid all of that, you can also choose to get there early. So say like 1 p.m. or 8 p.m. in the evening when there will be no one, and then you can just go ahead and get your table.
And actually here in Argumosa, we're here about 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And there's not many people. It's
You
not
can
busy
see.
yet.
Yeah. It's also July, so people are starting to go to the
Hit the
beach. With COVID though, be aware that there is more demand for terrazas than ever, really. So just be aware and do a strategy.
Get there early.
Get there early.
Take a load off.
Oh, yes. ¿Tú qué querías? ¿Una sangría?
Una sangría, sí. Toboggan, por favor.
Y yo una tostada 00. Y un vaso de agua grandecito. Gracias.
Qué bien.
Gracias, qué bonita. Qué ganas de una buena sangría. Gracias. They always forget the water.
Always. That is a rule of all Spanish bars.
Keep insisting 3 times.
Yeah. So this place, Bar Toboggan, is actually just around the corner from where we used to live in Delicias, just a few metro stops out of the center. And when we moved to this neighborhood, originally this wasn't here, but then it opened. It's kind of one of the best terraces in Madrid, in my opinion. It's beautiful, it's open, it's a great place to be in the sun. You're away from the busyness of the center. We decided to come back because if you want to get out of the center and check out a place and, you know, get some drinks and, you know, have some food generally, we just come for drinks, have cocktails everywhere. This is a great little spot.
You may be wondering, is it more expensive in a terraza? And yes, it usually is. There's 2 ways to find out. There will be on the menu a second column for terraza prices, more expensive, or it will just say 10% or 15% more expensive at the bottom of the menu, written down.
Which is actually what it says over here.
Yeah,
over here it
actually,
says 10%.
10%, there you go, on the sign.
So when you're about to have a baby, you start to notice these things, but actually of all the terraces we're going to, Toboggan is probably the best for kids and families because it's got a playground right here. It's a little bit like Quintana, that it's a square that gets busy in the evenings, but with a playground as well.
That question, you know what that is? What's that called?
Toboggan.
Eh? Like the bar.
Ah, wow. Do you think they named it after that slide
Probably.
with that big stain down it? All right, next bar. Swollen pregnant feet?
Yeah, big time.
Okay, so it's obviously the next day. I'm wearing different clothes. Yoly is wearing different clothes.
Ta-da!
And so this is one of my favorite little corners of Madrid. It's a really magical spot in the Calle de la Moreria, which means the street of the Moorish barrio, or barrio, I sound like a Kiwi, barrio. And so this, when Madrid was founded way back in the 11th century by the Moors, this was where they founded it, was the Moreria. But there's this fantastic little terrace here with this bar, El Ventorrillo, that, I mean, the bar is nothing to write home about. If it didn't have a terrace, I wouldn't go there. The food was average at best. And the fact is you can sit here at sunset and look out over the Casa de Campo, the old royal hunting grounds. You've got the palace in behind you. It's just a really beautiful spot that not a lot of people know about. Definitely check this one out. And don't expect too much from the food, okay?
Actually, we came here for a friend's 40th birthday and my own baby shower. And actually the tortilla wasn't that bad, and it actually was used as the cake as well for the birthday.
El Ventorrillo. Yeah,
El Ventorrillo, yeah, El Ventorrillo cake.
But actually, when we were here celebrating the 40th birthday party with the tortilla the other day, I had to go and get some baby stuff from a friend's car who already has babies. And walking down there, I discovered an even more secret terrace than this one. So we're going to show you that first before we head out to the royal hunting grounds, the old royal hunting grounds in the Casa de Campo, where there is an artificial lake that is very cold. All right, let's go. This is the secret terrace down there, the secret terrace, the even more secret terrace.
So secret, I don't even know.
Okay, the next place is called Terraza Collins. If you take Ventorrillo, this is like super secret instructions, cross the street from the last place we're at, go down the stairs, you'll find this little secret kind of terrace behind us here that is under the aqueduct that's almost 100 years old here in Madrid. And I totally didn't know, I don't even know what street we're on now, but I will put all the addresses and places, the Google Maps links down below of where we're going on this little secret terrace tour. But anyway, Terraza Collins, looks pretty cool. Okay, so just on the west side of Madrid, behind the Royal Palace, there's this enormous park called the Casa de Campo. In the park is this man-made or artificial lake, which is actually where there were some lakes here, some artificial lakes back in the 17th century when these were the royal hunting grounds. And around this lake, I mean, this is a place you can come for a picnic, you can come throw bread at the ducks, you can get into the boats and go rowing, but there are restaurants all around here. So it's a great place on a Saturday morning where Madrileños come after walking through the Casa de Campo, walking along the river, get a cup of coffee, pincho tortilla, or you can get a proper meal. And that's what we're doing today. Yoly's got the table. We're going to head over now because this used to be really rustic. But there's a restaurant that's open that is much better than a lot of the other places around here, just between you and me, and we're going to go and check it out. So one of the things I've long said about Madrid is that it's really hard to have a great view and to eat well. I mean, that's just the same anywhere in the world. My father told me never eat in a revolving restaurant because the minute the view gets good, the food gets crappy and vice versa. I don't know. I'm sure there's exceptions. But finally, I feel like in Madrid there is an exception. And, you know, I'm sure there's a few others, but Verbena, it's called here in Lago. As I say, a lot of these places in Lago aren't kind of that great, but this place run by the people who run Triciclo, which is a really well-known restaurant in the Barrio de las Letras, the Huertas neighborhood. Huertas sound like a Kiwi. These guys have just opened this up. I was here the other day with a friend having a little bit like of a my baby shower kind of lunch, and it was really, really good. So, okay, we're gonna order some food before the light goes and have a romantic evening with all of you, privately, with you. So there's not many things often you can eat on a menu these days.
It's hard these days, but these I think I can totally eat.
Cauliflower, right?
Fully,
Lebanese
cauliflower. Lebanese, so with a bit
not very
of
much. The other dishes are more madrileña plato, madrileño.
But I find the cauliflower is a pretty Spanish
Do you
kind
find
of
Lebanese
food.
cauliflower quite Spanish? Yeah?
Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Remind you of your days in Lebanon?
Yeah,
Eating cauliflower?
Oh, those times. Those were the days in Beirut, you know? Beautiful, beautiful
The Paris of
time
the
of my
East.
life. Yeah.
For
Paris, the Eastern Paris, as I used to call it.
Awkwardly. Ooh. Man, I love the way the Lebanese do cauliflower here in Madrid. That is really, really good. I love this place. Sea views. Cauliflower. What do you do after that? You're done. You go home. Okay, so we got two of the darkest dishes on dark plates that ever in a shoot without much natural light. So I hope you can see what we're eating. I got this octopus. Octopus is often done tough, right, in this world. I got this the other day with my friend and oh man, it is so good.
Yum.
Grilled, tender, on some potatoes and a whole bunch of fancy stuff. Oh, the octopus is great. So this is a pincho moruno, which pincho moruno means a skewer, kind of a Moorish skewer. And originally when this is going way back and who knows if it's kind of how it was, but the idea is the original dish was a Moorish dish, which was a lamb skewer. It became pork. Obviously Spain became a majority Catholic country. The spices remained similar, cumin, other yummy bit garlic, paprika, but the meat changed to pork. Right. Oh my god. Yeah. On a bed of eggplant. Okay, I've got the mask back on because also the guys who run the salon here, the salon, that's not even a word. The guys who run the dining room are Steve and a bunch of people from The Hat, which is a very cool hostel here in Madrid. So I just want to call them out because when I was getting a little bit drunk here with my friend the other day, Steve was our waiter. He knows New Zealand. You've lived in New Zealand, right?
For a year, yes.
There we go, a year. And so he's a Kiwi.
Fellow
practically.
Kiwi, fellow Kiwi.
So anyway,
Sweet ass, bro.
big thanks to Double Elbows,
Thank you.
to Steve.
Cheers, mate.
Guys, if you like our vibe and you want to check out the best spots to eat and drink in Madrid, then we'd love you to check out our Madrid Revealed City Guide. Click the link in the description below. It's all there. You'll eat like a local. It'll be amazing. You'll freak out. Check it out. And Yoly just wants to back that up and say that she loves you.
I love you all, guys. Take care.